Morning. You ever have those days where it's really hard to just get up and get going? Well, believe me, I know how it is. My flesh did not want to get out of bed this morning, but I still dragged myself out. And now I'm gonna have some deer meat my wife made me last night so I can get my walk started. Take one of these pieces of meat. I hate using the microwave, but when it comes to hamburger meat, if I use the air fryer, it gets to be too much because it's already gonna be dry. I usually add a little bit of butter now. I only started eating butter once I found this Amish butter that my stomach could tolerate. Regular butter doesn't do it any good, but the butter really helps moisten it up some. Hey, I left you behind. All right, so we're gonna put this in there. Keep that butter on top. I know one small burger doesn't seem like much for anybody for breakfast, but believe it or not, it's all I need sometimes. There we go, nice and moist. Hate it when it's all hard looking inside of a piece of hamburger, but we're not gonna have that problem here. Boy, isn't that a sight? It just looks beautiful. How that mist hangs low over the field. Except that I don't want you to be discouraged. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that can be very discouraging. But every day you're gonna get up and the sun's gonna come up just like that. How you face that day has a lot to do with your way of eating and your way of treating your body. Well, for me, way of eating had a lot to do with me being able to even treat my body right. And it also had a tremendous amount to do with how well my mind functioned. But this way of eating has made it a lot easier because my body responds like it's liking life now. Now I want to get up and exercise. This walking thing is relatively new for me. I've been doing the walking for probably a month now, off and on, but now it's every day. So that's why I share these with you. But my exercise routine, as anybody who's followed my story knows, the first couple of months I wasn't doing any exercise, but the way of eating is what changed everything. The way of eating is what gave me the energy and the strength to realize I do have time for this and I do need to do it. So now I find the time. You know, I was never a morning person. I didn't like to wake up early in the morning. I'd like to wake up just a few minutes before I had to go to work, throw some clothes on, get dressed, get out of there, and get to work. Now I spend the first few hours of my day, most everybody's not even up yet. And I've already done my Bible study, I've done my exercise, I've had my breakfast, I've had my prayer for the day. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to face the day with the right attitude, the right body, the right mind. And it all started with way of eating. And you know, normally I wouldn't want to say that diet is that important, but it's just that our American diet and many of the diets of people around the world are so full of garbage that's not really even food. It has nutritional value only in the measurable sense in a Bunsen burner or in a lab, what do you call those things? Beaker or something like that. But when you put it in your body, it just destroys your ability to fight off disease, your ability to be strong, your ability to lose weight, your ability to think. All of this crap food that we stuff into ourselves because we're constantly in need of some kind of comfort food. It's like we're all addicted to a drug and we don't see what it's doing to us. And God bless the poor people who get hooked on meth, but have you ever seen somebody who gets hooked on meth and they go from being a normal looking person to just being a disaster, and yet they don't stop? I think it's very much the same. So this way of eating is breaking an addiction to things that are horrible for you. And as my addiction has gone away, my ability to live my life has increased. And I know that you can have that too. That's why I take the time to record this. That's why I take the time to share this with you on YouTube, is that this is the only change that I think I can have in this crazy world. And God bless the people in Afghanistan who are there, having been abandoned. My prayers are with you. My prayers are with the families of people who are hoping to see a new future for their country, but seeing the Taliban return now has got to be devastating. My prayers are with the people in Australia and New Zealand who are going under these ridiculous lockdowns. And my prayers are with the people in the United States and the rest of the world who are having to see their government make crazy decisions. But as we face all these things together, we've got to be able to do it strong. We got to be able to maintain our physical ability and our mental ability. Otherwise, it's hard enough to beat getting your own flesh under control in the morning without having to deal with somebody else's fleshful desires controlling your life too. So make sure you're in control of your flesh and that you're bringing your body into submission to your spirit so that you can do the things you want to do. But I hope that me giving you some motivation will give you the strength to get up and do it as well. So get up, make yourself a breakfast that's going to be good for your body, and get outside and start walking. I'll see you next time.